Coming up on SAU News, students go to the polls to elect a social vice president. We'll bring you the results from round 2 of voting.
Music, food, and fun. We'll take a look back at 3 iconic banquets.
Will morning meditations ever come to Thatcher? Students voice their opinion on the matter. All that and more coming up. SAU News starts now.
Welcome to SAU News. I'm Elise Baltodano.
And I'm Katie McConnell. Our newscast is brought to you by SJC Productions in the School of Journalism and Communication. It took not just 1, but 2 SA elections to come up with a slate of new officers for next year. Reporter Taylor Morin has the results.
Continue to support and empower our clubs, ensuring that they have the resources and opportunities to thrive.
Junior Naomi Ann Martinez secured next year's SA presidency with 421 yes votes, while sophomore Alejandro Robles claimed executive VP with 659 yes votes.
I'm currently outside the Isles Gym where students are voting in the next SA elections. Both the president and vice president positions are running unopposed with only one candidate.
Some students felt that the lack of competition limited the student voice. Sophomore Ben Starr reacts to the outcome.
I wish more people ran so that we would be able to have more beliefs or more thoughts on what's happening on campus. With just one person up there, it's very a narrow-minded approach to certain things, so you don't get the full spectrum of what other people think and believe.
While the top seats were filled, the race for social VP remained undecided. Freshman Jordan Colazzo and senior Ruthie Roque went head-to-head, but a technical error within the voting system left many students without a ballot. Roque says she's staying positive about the setback.
Instead of, feeling, more stressed about it, I took it on as an opportunity to continue to campaign and an opportunity for students who didn't get the chance to vote this time around.
I believe I can do that because
after the technical error was discovered, the SA Bylaws Committee called for a revote in the social VP race. The winner in Thursday's election, Ruthie Roque, received 57% of the vote. Her opponent, Jordan Colazzo, earned 43% of the vote. For SAU News, I'm Taylor Morin.
SA election results indicate voter turnout in this year's election was about 10% lower than last year.
The SA election campaign raised an issue on campus. It's a question regarding a perceived inequality between Talge and Thatcher halls. Should the Women's Residence Hall host a morning worship, as provided each week in the Men's Residence Hall? SAU News reporter Alessandro Yaxam asked students about their opinion on the matter.
I think it's kind of annoying to go into the boys' dorm at 7 a.m. and have to be looking at least decent enough to go in there instead of just being in my jammies.
Real.
And I think that the girls' dorm deserves to have that too, instead of having to walk all the way over there.
Well, I do think it would be easier for the women to have their own spot so they don't have to walk all the way over to the Talge. No, it's kind of a good intermingling, I guess, for the people that want to go, but I can see the benefits for 2.
And it's nice to have a place where you can be with your fellow roommates in space and just be in your own natural space. It's a lot more comforting. Plus, I think that Thatcher has some really nice chapel spaces, so those should be utilized more.
This year's Student Association banquet takes students out of their classrooms and under the sea with the theme Night in Atlantis.
The Tennessee Aquarium opened its doors for the 2026 SA banquet, Night in Atlantis.
SA has put in a lot of work pulling this together, and it has been a huge success so far. Students have been walking around the entire aquarium, taking pictures with their friends, eating delicious food, and enjoying live music.
Banquet goers were welcomed with live music as they lined the walls to grab a plate of food to enjoy the evening. After attendees finished filling their plates and eating with their friends, they headed upstairs into the open river exhibit to see all that the aquarium had to offer. Attendees took their time exploring each and every one of the aquarium's many interactive exhibits. After swimming through the night, student Anaya Miller tells us what she thought of the event.
Oh, I really love the banquet. I love the venue. We never had a banquet at the aquarium before. I also had the opportunity to make this hat, which I will probably never wear again, but it was lots of fun. I did love it.
This year's banquet will definitely be one that students will remember for a very long time. Reporting for SAU News, I'm Chisaru Kegbu.
Katie, those tickets sold so fast. I heard you were able to get one. How was your experience?
I had a lot of fun. I will say though, I wish we had a little more something to do while we were waiting for the food. The music was nice, but I wish there was like an activity or something. Just a little something extra.
That's a really great suggestion. Now, SA wasn't the only organization hosting a banquet. Asian Club hosted its 4th annual Valentine's Banquet on February 15th, featuring an exciting dating show. Open to all students, the event filled the presidential suite in Wright Hall. The show started with 6 mystery candidates behind a curtain and 1 bachelorette. Those behind the curtain were asked a variety of questions, where the bachelorette and even guests could vote on their favorite answers. Dinners featured everything from steaming pasta to sweet desserts served between rounds. Maybe not everyone found love, but everyone definitely left with a full heart.
Latin American Club also hosted a banquet called Miradas, a Spanish term that means to gaze or look with affection. Romance was no doubt the theme of LAC's breathtaking Valentine's Day banquet. The room was decorated in red, rose petals, and Hershey kisses. The menu offered delicious appetizers, entrees, and desserts. The entertainment, hosted by Herlene Vasquez Bautista, featured 8 men who competed for the affections of 1 lovely lady. The man that fulfilled her desires would have the option to take her on a date or exchange the opportunity for $300. The audience excitedly waited to see which man would catch her gaze.
SAU undergraduates had a unique chance to connect with potential employers and graduate programs at an on-campus event. Incoming freshmen to graduating seniors got to network with companies and graduate schools at the annual Meet the Firms. Senior nursing major Ariane Milosavljevic shares about the connections she has made at the event.
My majors kind of cater themselves to the career that I want in the future. I want to work internationally in the mission field. I want to own a clinic one day. And so getting to meet so many different people and people who have done what I'm wanting to do helps to kind of bridge the gap.
Attendees had the opportunity to ask questions, share their resumes, and connect directly with business representatives. From corporate internships to graduate school opportunities, Meet the Firms offered something for everyone ready to take the next step in their career journey.
An art student has won the City of Collegedale's new logo contest. The competition took place at City Hall with 3 finalists, including 2 students and an SAU art professor. Junior graphic design major Larissa Mancia won first place in the competition, winning a $2,500 grand prize. She says that her logo was inspired by the landscape and natural beauty of the city.
I was super excited for the opportunity that I was given, and after a lot of development and probably walking about a marathon across Collegedale, I came up with a design that I thought reflected this city and what they stand for very well with colors and visuals, and I'm just very proud with how it turned out.
Mancia, who moved here when she was 12, started her design process by learning about Collegedale's history. The other logo finalists included senior graphic design major Samuel Larnell and art professor Joe Lacombe.
Should campus safety officers be allowed to carry firearms? The question has sparked debate among students, with some saying firearms would improve safety and others voicing concerns about campus atmosphere and training. SAU News reporter Justin Bobo asked students for their take.
You never know what could really happen nowadays, because you see like all these kind of stories like online and like happening in other campuses and other schools, and it's really is kind of scary. So having those kind of safety precautions would kind of make me feel a lot more safe.
I heard they have training, so they're definitely capable of doing it, but I think like if they're responsible, and we should trust them, so I think it's better for them to have firearms.
So it'd be good if we had them for just better defense or better safety. But also maybe not, because I could see why some students would be more like afraid going around campus, and then they just see a random campus safety officer, and now they're like, oh, a little uneasy because they do have a firearm.
I believe they should carry tasers or some kind of non-lethal weapon rather than a firearm. Because let's be for real, if they're not trained well enough to use the firearm, someone's going to take it from them and then do some real damage.
Southern's sister school, Oakwood University in Alabama, does require campus safety officers to be armed.
Media production and film majors headed to Nashville last week for the yearly National Religious Broadcasters Convention. Students from both the School of Journalism and Communication and the School of Visual Art and Design attended the national convention. According to the website, NRB is the world's largest association of Christian communicators. At the convention, students attended seminars, some of which were hosted by Southern's faculty and alumni. The experience offered a look at future career opportunities, as well as the future of Christian broadcasting.
This past Sunday, Southern's outdoor adventure program hosted a 6-kilometer race on the trails of White Oak Mountain. Our SAU News reporter Matthew Taylor was there.
On Sunday, nearly 250 competitors gathered behind the Hickman Science Center to participate in the annual McKee Southern 6 Trail Race through the university's biology trails. These racers braved the freezing temperatures for a share of the $900 prize, with a chance at winning the bounty. Each year, a $100 reward is placed on breaking the previous year's record for both men and women. If it is not broken, that $100 pools and grows even larger for the next year. As the racers took to the steep wooded path, the winds picked up to over 10 miles per hour, lowering the wind chill to under 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the adversity, the runners persevered, as seen with the female leader, Jen Gauthier, seen here.
This is my fourth race in a row that I've run, and I'm 60, so to win is huge for me.
Within the hour, the race came to an end. Among students, the race was won by Andrew Miyashiro.
Yeah, well, the race went really well. My favorite part was getting to pace behind some friends of mine that I've run with before in high school, and then just being able to encourage them along the race. That was my favorite part.
While neither bounty was claimed, the prize money has now increased for $400 for men and $300 for women. For SAU News, I'm Matthew Taylor.
Oh, brr, that looked cold. I did not attend. Did you, Elise?
I did not, but you will catch me there next year because $300, that is a lot of money.
I might also have to compete. A psychology professor spends his days teaching about the mind and his free time lifting a barbell. SAU News reporter Jared Tula has his profile.
At summer home, one psychology professor is training more than just minds. He's in the gym, lifting, heavy, and pushing limits. For Professor Matt Tolber, weightlifting is just not a sport. He says it is a discipline that strengthens both the body and the mind.
Weightlifting is not really just about muscles. Weightlifting is about training the mind. And really, you have to have discipline, you have to have focus directed on the kinds of exercises you want to do, maintain the technique. And so I think weightlifting trains the mind to have those same qualities in every interaction that I have, which would include teaching.
3 times a week, you can find Professor Tolber working out here in the college gym. He also works out with his friend.
So we decided we're going to stay stateside.
Matt is very knowledgeable, very patient, and he walks me through the step-by-step of how he wants me to do everything, and the technique keeps getting better as I keep working with him. So he's a tremendous blessing, and I thoroughly enjoy working with him. So the fact that he's very knowledgeable, not just in psychology, but then also in weightlifting, to me is a phenomenal combination.
From the classroom to the weight room, Professor Tolber is proving that strong minds start with strong discipline. Reporting for SAU News, I'm Jared Tula.
Thank you, Jared.
Volleyball intramurals are underway, marking the end of basketball season. 124 teams enlisted during this intramural season. The teams are divided into men's, women's, and co-ed A and B leagues. After classes end, volleyball games begin at 6 p.m. Sunday through Thursday nights. Fans crowd the volleyball courts to watch and cheer on their peers.
The Rees basketball tournament crowned this year's intramural league champions. Fans came out to show support for their fellow classmates as 3 of the intramural leagues completed the season finale. Starting with the national anthem, the night was filled with fun and variety as halftime entertainment was provided. The break also gave players a chance to rally their teammates.
I would say right around halftime is kind of when we went down 5 points, all kind of huddled up, and we all agreed that, hey, we'll be all right. So I really appreciated the team positivity at halftime.
All in all, it was an action-packed night. Congratulations to the championship teams. They include Moggers from the men's A-League, Team Never Played from men's B-League, and Team Basketball from women's A-League.
For years, haircuts and styling services haven't been available to girls on campus. Now one student entrepreneur is changing that. Reporter Ava Caroline Schmidt has more.
Gabriella Spencer, a junior liberal arts education major, has enjoyed doing and styling hair for some time. Whether it was braiding, trying out new ideas, cutting her boyfriend's hair, or her friends', she is always up for a chance to style hair and chat with clients. Gabriella said she got her inspiration to start this business from an SA presidential convocation that occurred last year in 2025.
Last year during presidential elections, one of the candidates actually mentioned that there was no services for hair for girls being offered on campus, and I had known that there was services being offered for the boys, that they would go and get haircuts in the dorm. And so the idea got planted in my mind then that there was not really anything, like people were maybe getting friends to do it, but they didn't have somebody to do it.
Gabriella wanted to build a business that offered students both affordability and high quality, without ever sacrificing one for the other.
I had been cutting my own hair and helping friends here and there, and so I was just like, I wanted to start something that was really affordable and that girls could feel like they could speak up. If they didn't like something, I'd be happy to change it. We could just work together, and that it wouldn't cost them too much money or that they didn't have to drive off campus.
To set up an appointment with Gabriella, message her on her business Instagram account, Beauty with Beck. There you will see posts that list what services she provides as well as what she charges. Gabriella is also happy to come to you if you do not have a form of transportation or cannot make it to her residence. Reporting for SAU News, I'm Ava Caroline Schmidt.
Gabriella hopes to broaden her business service by doing not only haircuts but adding on more beauty care services in the near future, such as waxing, eyebrow touch-ups, and false lashes.
SAU News is a student-run production here in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Katie McConnell.
And I'm Elise Baltadano. Do you have a newsworthy story? Message us on Instagram at SAU_news. Thank you so much for watching.
See you next time. Have a great day.